Welcome to Timeless Mind by Nikolaos podcast. Each week, we explore powerful ideas from the past to help you think deeper, live clearer, and lead yourself well.
Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into a conflict I suspect you wrestle with almost every day, whether you actually call it that or not. It's that subtle yet relentless battle between the immediate desire whispering in your ear and the quiet discipline nudging you toward, well, the person you truly want to become.
It's the very definition of the human condition, isn't it? This internal tension.
It really is.
And what's fascinating is how deeply our ancient ancestors understood this exact struggle. You know, it's not new.
Absolutely. I know I've felt it, and I bet you have too. That moment, you know exactly what you should do, maybe tackle that important task or get to bed early, but you consistently find yourself doing the exact opposite. It's a universal experience.
It absolutely is.
And our insights today, they're inspired by a recent video. It's from the YouTube channel, Timeless Mind by Nikolaos.
Ah, yes. Good stuff there.
Yeah, and we're going to explore how ancient wisdom can help us maybe win this incredibly personal internal campaign.
So let's maybe unpack this core idea. Let's try a little thought experiment.
Okay.
Imagine for a moment you've hired, say, 50 bodyguards.
Yeah.
Okay? To protect you from any external threat. You're completely secure from the outside world.
Sounds pretty good.
But what if you can't control your own mind? What if you're constantly swayed by every fleeting impulse, every distraction, every single urge to just quit?
That's a powerful image. Wow. Because it cuts right to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? That's the real battle many of us are losing, I think. It's not about, physical confrontation.
Right, not at all.
It's this fundamental internal conflict between giving in to that fleeting comfort.
Yeah, the easy path.
And genuinely stepping into who you aspire to be. The ancient Greeks, they actually had a specific term for this phenomenon, akrasia.
Akrasia, right. It's that precise state, knowing full well what you ought to do, what's good for you, maybe even what your values dictate, yet consistently failing to do it. It's a concept that, it dates back to the very foundations of philosophy.
Wow.
And it's strikingly relevant to every single one of our modern lives.
No,
Still.
it's incredibly relatable, I have to say. Even for me, I've told myself countless times I'll get up early.
Oh, yeah. The alarm clock battle.
Totally. Only to hit snooze 5 times or plan to read a book and find myself, just mindlessly scrolling through my phone instead.
The scroll trap. We've all been there.
Or I'll set out to focus on a crucial task, but then give in to every single digital notification that pops up.
The pings.
It feels like more than just a lack of willpower, doesn't it? It feels like a deeper daily disconnect between who you are right now and who you are actively trying to become.
And the cumulative cost of repeatedly losing those small daily battles, it's immense. It really is.
How so?
Well, it's not just about missing one workout or, say, one focused hour. Over time, you lose momentum. You start to chip away at your confidence. And you slowly start to lose parts of yourself, piece by piece, day after day. You might even find yourself looking back after a while, barely recognizing the person you promised yourself you'd become.
That's a chilling thought, actually. It's not just the big failures, is it? It's that slow erosion, like you said.
Exactly, the slow fade.
So how do we begin to push back against this internal drift? What's the strategy?
Well, fortunately, the ancients were well acquainted with this specific struggle. They lived it too.
Okay.
So we're going to explore the perspectives of 2 really profound ancient Greek minds who confronted this head-on, Epictetus and Xenophon.
Epictetus and Xenophon. Okay.
Their insights, while distinct in some ways, offer remarkably complementary paths, and they lead to the same fundamental truth, really.
And what's truly illuminating is how their philosophies, despite maybe different focuses, ultimately reinforce each other. So Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, he began with a foundational truth. Much of human suffering arises from trying to control things that are quite simply beyond our control.
Okay, like what kinds of things?
He's talking about externals, our reputation, how people see us, our possessions, even the actions of other people, things outside our own skin.
Right. Things we want to control, but can't.
So his solution wasn't about giving up or becoming passive, right? I'm genuinely fascinated by this part of his teaching. If we can't control externals, what can we control, according to Epictetus?
That's the core. His profound insight was that true power And therefore, true freedom lies entirely in ruling oneself.
Okay.
Your own thoughts, your own choices, your own desires. His entire philosophy was really an exercise in turning inward, in mastering your inner world, discerning what is truly within your sphere of influence and what isn't.
Okay. That sets a foundation. And then we pivot to Xenophon. He was what? A historian, soldier, philosopher, kind of a man of action?
Very much so. And he often looked outwards into the realm of action and leadership.
So how did he view self-mastery? How did it maybe differ from Epictetus's more internal focus?
Well, for Xenophon, self-mastery wasn't just for personal well-being, though that was part of it. It was absolutely essential for effective leadership.
Leadership, okay.
In every domain, from the battlefield, which he knew well, to governing a city, and even just in daily life, running a household.
Right.
His unwavering belief was that a person incapable of commanding themselves, well, they should never attempt to command others.
That makes so much sense. It's intuitive, really.
Yeah.
So for Xenophon, discipline wasn't about rigid denial then. It was about something far more constructive, correct?
Precisely. That's a great way to put it. For him, discipline was preparation.
Preparation for what?
It was about training oneself to be prepared. Prepared to endure hardship when it inevitably comes. Prepared to act with unwavering integrity, even when it's difficult. And prepared to lead with courage when the moment demanded it. So, while Epictetus showed us how to master the inner world,
The foundation.
Xenophon demonstrated how to embody that mastery in the outer world through deliberate action and responsible leadership.
So if we bring these two perspectives together, wow, you start to see a remarkably complete strategy emerge, don't you?
You really do.
Epictetus gives us that profound foundation, mastering your thoughts, your judgments, your immediate desires, that inner landscape.
Right. The internal work.
And Xenophon builds the bridge, showing us how to take that inner clarity and apply it through consistent, disciplined action in the real world.
Yes. That's how this ancient philosophy becomes a powerful tool, not just, an interesting concept to think about.
It becomes practical.
Exactly. This is the blueprint for consistently choosing well. Not for some unattainable perfection, nobody's perfect,
Right.
but for genuine strength. And when you consistently choose discipline over desire, you gain true freedom.
Okay, define that freedom, though. Is it just doing whatever?
No, not the freedom to do anything you want.
Yeah.
Impulsively. It's the freedom to consistently do what is right, what aligns with your deepest values, even when it's hard. That's real strength. Not crushing others, but truly commanding yourself. This is where that constant internal struggle begins to transform. It shifts from being this noisy, exhausting battle to becoming a source of quiet power, inner strength.
It circles back to Epictetus's core teaching, doesn't it? While external events are often beyond our control, our response to them is always within our power. We choose how we react.
Always. And Xenophon amplified this by showing that self-control isn't about repression, like bottling things up.
Yeah.
It's the very wellspring of true leadership, of influence, of earning trust. Two brilliant minds, different paths perhaps.
But a singular, powerful lesson. Master yourself, and you truly begin to shape your world. Not control it, but shape your experience of it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this leads us to the ultimate reward, you could say, for engaging in this internal work. The Stoics had a beautiful word for it, ataraxia.
Ataraxia, that sounds peaceful. How would you describe it? Is it just a lack of feeling, like being numb?
No, not at all. That's a common misconception. Ataraxia is best described as a deep, resilient peace, a kind of tranquility.
Resilient peace, I like that.
It's not the absence of emotion, but a state where your mind doesn't slavishly obey every fleeting craving.
Right.
And your heart isn't shattered by every shift in fortune, every setback. You still experience joy, absolutely. You still feel pain. But neither truly owns you. They are felt, they pass through you, but they don't dictate your actions or break your core stability.
That's a powerful distinction. Wow. It reminds me of that Epictetus quote you mentioned earlier, or maybe it's related. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control.
Exactly. That quote sums it up beautifully.
So this ataraxia, this isn't freedom from life then, is it? It's more like freedom from its tyranny.
Yes. Freedom from its tyranny. The freedom to respond intentionally instead of just reacting impulsively all the time. The freedom to live by your values, not just your urges of the moment. The freedom to act with clarity and purpose, even when you're under immense pressure.
That sounds like real strength.
It is. This is where the internal struggle transforms.
Yeah.
It stops being a constant, exhausting battle and becomes a profound source of strength. It's like a training ground for becoming truly unshakable, or at least more resilient.
Yeah.
It's not about the fleeting thrill of indulgence, the quick hit.
For the temporary applause of the world.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a calm that endures, even when the world around you stops clapping or starts throwing challenges your way.
It makes me think of Xenophon's observations about leaders again. You mentioned he noticed men would crumble.
Yes. He observed that often it wasn't physical weakness that caused failure.
What was it then?
It was a profound lack of inner command, especially when fear crept in, or when that little voice saying, "Just quit, it's too hard," whispered louder than their reason or their commitment.
That's when genuine strength is truly put to the test, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And in those moments, discipline truly becomes destiny. Your choices stack up.
Wow. So the fundamental conflict, this desire versus discipline thing, it's as old as humanity itself.
Ancient, universal.
But critically, so is the profound wisdom needed to navigate it, and maybe even win it more often than not.
Yes, the tools are there. Epictetus and Xenophon didn't offer, magic formulas or quick fixes. That's not how it works.
No shortcuts.
No. They offered practical tools to reflect on your impulses, really look at them, to reframe your perspective on what you can truly control and what you can't, and to reclaim your agency, your power, by focusing on what is within your power, your choices, your actions, your mindset.
It's about learning to live not by suppressing emotion, because that's not healthy either,
Right.
but by not being ruled by it, being aware of it, but not letting it drive the bus all the time.
Well put. It's about meeting life head on, not by escaping it, but meeting it with reason, with clarity, and with strength.
Inner strength.
And this isn't just abstract philosophy you read in some dusty book, is it?
No, it's incredibly practical.
It's a path that you walk a little bit every single day, and it starts right here, right now, with your very next choice.
And look, if you're ready to dive deeper into mastering your impulses and building that strength from within, you might find more to explore in the wisdom shared on The Timeless Mind by Nick Law's channel. It's a great resource.
Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
So the core takeaway from today's deep dive, if we boil it down, is this. The war between desire and discipline, it might never fully end,
Probably doesn't.
but it becomes winnable, more manageable, certainly.
Yeah.
Especially when you apply this kind of ancient wisdom to cultivate inner freedom and that enduring peace, that ataraxia.
So as you move through your day, maybe consider this. What single discipline choice will you make today? Starting right now. Doesn't have to be huge.
Just one.
Just one choice to begin shaping your world and stepping closer to the person you're truly meant to be.
And for more deep dives into ancient strategies for modern life, we definitely invite you to consider visiting and subscribing to The Timeless Mind by Nick Law's channel.
Absolutely. And be sure to join us next time on The Deep Dive. We'll be exploring a really intriguing concept, the harder you try ancient Greek paradox.
Ooh, that sounds fascinating.
Yeah, you won't want to miss it.
Thanks for reflecting with us here at Timeless Mind. Ancient wisdom for modern clarity. If today's idea sparked something in you, share it, live it, and pass it on. See you in the next episode.